Imagine your kidneys suddenly fail. Within minutes, the body's natural filtration system shuts down, trapping metabolic waste and excess water inside your bloodstream. As the hours pass, the internal environment becomes increasingly dangerous. Potassium levels climb high enough to threaten the heart's rhythm, while accumulated fluids begin pooling in the lungs, making every breath a struggle. To survive this physiological crisis, doctors rely on an external mechanical solution, a highly specialized machine designed to temporarily take over the exact duties of the failing organ. By pulling blood outside the body, filtering it, and sending it back, this device effectively pauses the biological ticking clock. Without it, survival is impossible. Before any treatment begins, patients step onto a scale. This initial weigh-in tells nurses exactly how much extra fluid has accumulated since the last visit, sometimes several liters of heavy water that the heart is desperately struggling to pump. This diagram shows an AV fistula. By fusing an artery to a vein, surgeons create a high-flow access point. Here, nurses insert two large needles. One pulls uncleaned blood out, and the second returns it after filtration. Then the pumps engage. Dark red liquid rapidly fills the transparent medical tubing as the blood actually leaves the patient's arm. Seeing your own blood rushing through plastic tubes can look terrifying, but that physical bridge is what keeps the vulnerable human body stabilized. At any given second during this process, between 200 and 500 milliliters of blood is actively circulating outside the patient's body. It travels directly into a clear plastic cylinder called the dialyzer. This specific component is the true artificial kidney. This cross-section diagram reveals the internal architecture. Blood enters and disperses through thousands of hollow fibers, creating enormous filtration surface area. Zooming in, metabolic toxins like urea and creatinine slip out through tiny pores, while larger blood cells safely stay inside. This device perfectly replicates the complex microscopic sorting mechanism of a healthy human kidney, separating life-sustaining elements from lethal waste. But cleaning the blood only solves the first half of the crisis. The machine also has to address that severe fluid overload measured at the start of the appointment. This schematic illustrates a process called ultrafiltration. The machine actively applies pressure to the bloodstream circuit, squeezing excess water through a separate waste channel and physically shrinking the total liquid volume in the body. Because pulling fluid too quickly can crash the patient's system, a digital monitoring array relentlessly tracks flow rates, circuit pressure, and oxygen levels, ready to trigger an alarm at the slightest anomaly. Once the water is extracted and the toxins are filtered, the now purified, vibrantly red blood travels down the return line. It flows back into the patient, creating a closed-loop system. Toxic blood continuously exits, and clean, balanced blood continuously replaces it, slowly restoring the entire body to a state of equilibrium. It takes about 4 hours for the machine to completely process the patient's entire blood volume dozens of times over. When the needles are finally removed, the immediate physical relief is obvious. Swollen legs shrink down, breathing becomes clear, and blood pressure normalizes. But this relief is strictly temporary. Dialysis is a maintenance therapy, meaning the water and toxins begin building up again the exact moment the patient leaves the clinic. This calendar grid illustrates the grueling reality of that cycle. To stay alive, patients must surrender 4 hours a day, 3 days a week to the machine, a massive, mandatory percentage of their lives blocked out for treatment. This rigid schedule must be maintained for years, ending only if the patient is fortunate enough to secure a biological kidney transplant. Until then, the dialysis machine steps in where nature fails. It isolates the blood, engineers its purity, and pumps it back, securing the single most valuable resource in medicine: time.